We are seeing a big time shift in the Durham region real estate market, and that's what we're going to be talking about on today's video. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brett. Welcome to my channel. This channel focuses on GTA real estate news, market updates, and educational videos so you can stay informed when it comes to buying or selling real estate. If you find any part of this channel valuable, what I'd like you to do is consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to book a call with me personally, that's always going to be the first link in the description below. So there's a couple big stories when it comes to the real estate market in the Durham region. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the amount of listings we're seeing coming onto the market. If we look at this year as compared to 2022, we have 44% more listings than the year prior. Now, in the Durham region, it's been usually marked by a very low months of inventory, but we're seeing that inventory push up because with the current economic environment and rates staying higher for longer, we're in that scenario where we didn't see the big time rush of buyers come back in like we did in the spring of this year. All right, let's talk about prices. Prices have remained relatively stable throughout the summer and into the fall period. If we got the big rush of buyers back in, I would have expected them to go up quite a bit, but we're in and around that mid 900,000 mark, and that's taking into account all freehold homes and condo towns, condo apartments. If we're looking at the average list to sale price ratio, that's been on a pretty big downtrend since the springtime. We were looking at an average of 109% in the springtime, and we've dropped all the way down to 102% of list price. So what that means is most places are selling for near the price they were listed for. Next, we're going to move on to looking at days on market. And in the Durham region, we're sitting around anywhere week to week from 18 to about 20 days on market. And that was really similar to what we saw in the summertime, which is traditionally a slower market. So we would expect usually those days on market to come down as people started looking again in the fall time once the kids were back to school. But we haven't really seen that. And that is added to the months of inventory because things just aren't selling as fast. And there are a large influx of listings coming to market each week. Another important indicator of the health of the market is sales volume. If we look back in 2022 as compared to now, we are 20% down in sales volume, and then we're actually 53% down in sales volume from 2021. So what this really means is that there's just not as much trading hands. There's not as many people selling or buying properties, and the total number of transactions is actually much lower. So if you are a potential seller watching this video, you just might be like, dang, like maybe I should have sold a little bit earlier, but we are still up from the pre-pandemic pricing, although we are trending down. And for sellers, just please remember, it's always highly individualized when it comes to selling your home, because if you're trying to sell your home in the same neighborhood, move to the same neighborhood, but maybe a bigger house, it's not going to be quite as bad as if you're trying to sell a house in one neighborhood and move up to a prestigious neighborhood or a more luxurious neighborhood. The delta in between your sell and your buy is probably going to be a little bit wider than it would be if you were just moving to a bigger house in the same neighborhood. And the reverse is true for people looking to downsize. What you're likely going to be able to do is get some money back by purchasing a cheaper house than what you're selling and pad the retirement stats, something like that. But in this environment, it just may be a little bit less money you're going to pocket, except if you are moving really far out to some rural location. Okay, so buyers, my dudes, what are you going to do in this situation? I'm not going to be an absolute hype beast for you to go out there and ape into the market and purchase a property. That's my best attempt at some Gen Z language right here. But if it makes sense for you to buy at this time and you have a great job, you have some good job security, you can afford the payments of the house, it might be a good time to look because you're going to be looking at more inventory. You may be able to get some conditions in like inspection, and your dad coming to the inspection, he's going to be able to he's going to do what he was born to do and come along and derail your home inspection. You're going to be able to get financing, and you're probably going to be able to get a good price price that you can stomach. Of course, affordability is lower just because the interest rates are higher, so you're going to be paying a higher interest rate. But if we continue down this environment, there is going to be price reductions coming that you can take advantage of. Now, it's really dangerous to do one of those things like time the market and think that, oh, why buy now if I can buy later and get a better price, say 3, 6, 12 months from now, because there are credible people saying that it's a potential that they cut rates in 2024. And this individual, the senior director for Canadian economics from Desjardins, his name is Randall Bartlett, saying that they expect 50 basis point rate cuts in each quarter of 2024. And that is going to lower the policy interest rate from 5% all the way down to 3%, where we could see a push up in the prices of homes. Now, if you're lucky, the prices of homes don't push up and you're actually able to get a cheaper mortgage and cheaper payments. But from what we've seen in Canada, the real estate prices are just so interest rate sensitive that when people are able to borrow at a cheaper price, more people will do so and more people will jump into the housing market. All right, there's a lot of noise coming from upstairs. Grandma and baby are playing pretty intensely, so I'm gonna go join them. That's it for this video. If you wanna get in touch, just click the first link in the description and we can talk about your prospects of buying or selling, and we'll see you on the next one.